Hi, folks. This is John Ribeiro with the Catholic Schools Office of the Archdiocese of Boston. And today's tutorial is going to be on how to turn an image or a PDF into an assignment in Google Classroom. Before using this tutorial, you should have a working knowledge of Google Classroom. If you need some additional help, you would want to take a look at the ArcCab resource page for links to other introductory tutorials. So the idea is that you have an image or a PDF that you want to turn into an assignment that students can then work with and turn in Google Classroom. And we figured out that we needed to work with Google Slides to add editable fields to the image. So today we will be working with Google Slides, modifying the backgrounds, adding editable fields, and changing the presentation layout. So the idea is that you might be working with an image that you are, teaching your kids a new topic. In this case, we're looking at the water cycle, and we have the different phases of the water cycle. Typically, once you're ready to test their knowledge, you would print this out, block out the labels that name each phase, and then they would fill those in and hand it back into you. So we need to be able to do all of that within Google Documents so that it can be done in Google Classroom. Okay, so we're starting with a new untitled presentation, and we need to bring that image into this presentation. The way to do that is to bring it in as a background image. So I have that here. We're just going to drag and drop it in, and it will load up. Okay, done here. All right, so now we have the image. Obviously, we still have the labels, so we want to obscure those. We're going to go to Shapes, pick the rectangle shape, and draw over it. Okay, the other thing we might want to do is to number them. This way, when you do make the assignment, you have numbered spaces already. And so I'm going to show you what that looks like when it's done. Okay, I've numbered all the spaces, all the places where the labels were. And if we were to assign this right now, it wouldn't do us much good because, as you can see, the students can move these out of the way. So what we need to do is to turn this into an image. And Google makes that easy because we can download that as a JPEG. And I can show you the result of that already. Okay, so now we have an image that we can now import into another Google slide presentation. Okay, so here we have the assignment, and you can see we cannot move these boxes. But now what we need to do is to add an editable field. And so I'm going to go up to Insert, and I'm going to insert a table, a single space table. Okay. Now it does need to be resized. I'm going to bring it over and drop it onto that spot and resize it. Okay, and I've already done that for the other spots here, but now you can see that it is in fact editable, and this can be attached to an assignment this way. I'm going to close this and show you that here it is. It's what we just worked on. Okay, this, as you know, can be attached to an assignment and assigned out to students. Now we're not going to walk through those steps, but that is one way to do it. Another way you might want to use this is in a form quiz, and so you may want to change uh, how you label each field. So rather than just numbering, you can add whatever text you want here, and then this could then be used in this format in a quiz form. Again, we're not going to cover how to create a quiz form, but you can import this image into the form and then create questions that reference the image itself. And when you work with forms, there are ways to do automatic grading and so forth. Again, that's not going to be covered here. Now, so that covers one type of image that we were asked to handle bringing in and how to turn that into an assignment. I do want to show you something else where we might be working with a book out of a page out of a book. And so in this case, we have a page out of a religion book, and this is obviously the teacher's edition. So it has the teacher's information, then it has a snapshot of the student's information, and right here we have the information where we would want to turn that into an assignment rather than having the students take a picture and print it out and then write on it and then take another picture and then submit it. It's all going to get very messy. So I'm on a Macintosh and I could easily take a snapshot of this. It's also very easy to do on a PC. The tool called Snippet that would allow you to do that. And I'm going to show you what that's going to look like if I did it here. So here we have a snapshot of just of the piece where we want to turn this into an assignment that we can hand out, again, assign in Google Classroom. Let me go back to Google Classroom, Google Drive. We're going to start with a new presentation once again. This is going to take a minute to get going here. My machine's working a little slowly tonight. Okay, so creating real estate. Going to get rid of the title slides. Okay, now the thing we want to do is we want to change the aspect ratio. We want to make this into a portrait versus instead of landscape. Now there's no easy way to do that. We're going to go to page setup and we're going to change the aspect ratio. We're going to make it custom. So right now it's 10 by 5. We want to change it. We want to flip it around. So what we want to do, and I'm actually going to turn it into almost an 8.5 by 11. So I'm going to make it 8 by 10, which, as you can see, is going to flip it over. Now I'm going to bring in a different image, the image that we were just looking at, which is the screenshot that was captured from that Teacher's Edition page. Okay, so now this isn't perfect, but it will work, and so we're going to follow the same process. We're going to insert a single cell table. Okay, and we're going to modify that to fit in there, and then duplicate it. Okay, pick it up. Okay, so now we're just going to call this, and we're done. So now we've turned this into an editable assignment, an editable document that then can be assigned to your students in Google Classroom. Again, we're not going to go through that piece at all. And so I hope that was helpful. If you have any additional questions, you can sign up for office hours with me on Schedulicity. Here's the link. Or you can reach out to me directly through my RCAB email. Again, I hope this was helpful and have a great day.